Vanakkam நேயர்களே, welcome back to another episode on Vada Poche Tamil Podcast. We are now available on most streaming platforms, which is Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or எந்த பாட்காஸ்ட் பிளாட்ஃபார்மில் நீங்கள் கேட்குறதா இருந்தாலும் நீங்கள் அதை கேட்டுக்கலாம்.
நம்மள சோஷியல் மீடியாவில் நீங்கள் ஃபைண்ட் பண்ணலாம் at Vada Poche Tamil Podcast, Instagram and TikTok. Leave us a comment, message அனுப்புங்க, ஏதாவது ஃபீட்பேக் இருந்தாலும் சொல்லுங்கள். We'll definitely reply to you guys. So please reach out to us and let's have a conversation going. Enjoy the show. See, one thing that doesn't get spoken about enough, right? Okay, a lot of things don't get spoken about enough. Okay, but let's say, okay, we're dealing with pregnancy, okay? Pregnancy, okay. I have to address something first. In one of the TikTok snippets I put out a few weeks ago, I mentioned something particularly. It was loosely worded, and my reply to a comment that it was given to us, I realized now I was wrong in my reply because I don't fully believe what I said. So hear me out.
One of the comments is it?
And then in the comments, people say that you're not supposed to help your wife take care of your child. It's also your responsibility to take care of the child. 100% agreed. But I replied saying that it was a loosely worded thing. I didn't mean that I'm helping my wife. It's just like and I admitted my mistake in that, which I agree. But I've also said, when I'm looking back and I was communicating with someone else, and I said, oh, my wife is helping take care of the child now. Then I was like, no, I actually came from this that it's a shared responsibility.
Yeah.
So I'm helping my wife take care of my child.
I don't understand what's wrong with the word help.
My wife is helping me take care of the child.
Correct.
It's a shared thing. So I viewed it as number rendu peru helping each other because it's a team.
Correct.
And when you have a newborn, you realize how much that team is, how important that team is. Particularly for like little things. For example, you have a relative coming. And then if let's say it's your side relative, they're coming to visit the baby, and then they wear like they never wash their hands or anything before they carry the child. It's your responsibility to tell the visitor. And then sometimes we will discuss this together and let's politically correct. You talk because it's your relative and the மாதிரி பேசு. இல்லாட்டி நீங்க தனியா பேசி ஏதாவது அங்க ஒரு பிரச்சனை வந்துட்டு, it's like you have to discuss these things and how to raise the child is a team thing. What milk you're going to use, team decision. What pampers you're going to use, team decision. Yeah. So we're helping each other. So just because I said that I'm helping my wife take care of my child, doesn't mean that it's my wife's responsibility and I'm just helping her. Doesn't work that way.
Exactly, bro. I feel we are going another well here. I feel that we are going into, we are quarreling too much on semantics. Yeah. Like help, there could be two meanings. One is that it's not my responsibility and someone is helping me to do something. Or second meaning that it's both our responsibility and we are helping each other because I'm depending on her, she's depending on me.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
So I don't find why is it an issue to say?
I mean, I understand the gripe where somebody can think that, oh, if I want to know avan pilla illaya, wife I help panran pilla taking up, and I can understand the gripe. But you also have to, but not once in the comment did I see that it was that help came out because it's a shared responsibility.
Correct.
There are some people who I mean who did say they're going to work and then taking care of a baby inside and all that, because
I saw that comment.
Yeah, which
okay,
was okay.
That's fine.
It's nice that there are both sides. You know?
Correct.
But yeah, one thing I wanted to particularly say, right? Okay, we can only give the husband's perspective. We don't know what the women go through. We can only see it. But we're looking at a person going through this like 9-10 month journey versus experiencing it firsthand is completely different. And husband's journey is right. It doesn't appear on my feed as much. My feed, I see more about women's journeys, rightfully so. But
I think there has to be a space for us.
I think there has to be a space. Why? Because you are lost. You're lost as fuck. You
need guidance.
You need some guidance, especially if you, because you're learning, especially if you're a first time parent, right? A lot of things you need to learn, and sometimes, right, சில விஷயங்கள், சில வார்த்தைகள், சில ways of nurturing, சில ways of caring, right? சில guys can naturally வராது, and you need to learn from some other guys. Who have similar inhibitions, similar
struggles, challenges,
right? To address and learn from, so that you can help provide better for your wife in this sense also. These things don't get spoken about enough.
And what's interesting is that so now you can learn from your dads, but no, that's not. I mean, for us personally, we don't find that learning learning journey from our dads lah, because
it's very different generation.
Different generation. maybe our generation is like they solely are the breadwinners and they had to do what they needed to do.
Yeah.
Fine, that's their generation. Here, it's completely different now. You know, we are both, you know, earning to, you know, support the family. At the same time, both have to, you know, be involved in taking care of the child. But what my observation is, in the காலத்துல வந்து I have seen much more involved fathers lah.
Yes.
Fathers bringing their kids out to school, being there for the kid, which is very nice to see. I think we need more involved fathers in.
It's better for the kid.
It's better for the kid. Yeah.
Yeah. There's like there's these different attachment styles. Secure attachment and something else. Like if a kid is when the parents or a stronger relationships in the longer term, they will get lesser anxiety, lesser stress, lesser chances of depression, better selection. They know how to pick better partners.
Exactly.
And the மாதிரி. So it all comes down to parenting, and it starts from young age. Apparently.
Exactly, bro. They'll observe you a lot, especially when your kid comes to a toddler age, right? You will be surprised how much they pick up from you. உனக்கு தெரியாது, but when the moments where you don't really pay attention is when they actually observe you a lot. Be it நீ கார் ஓட்டும் போது, or maybe நீ டிவி பார்க்கும் போது, which is why very consciously I have like tried my best to be there present 100%. It's very hard lah. In the காலத்துல வந்து you get notification on your phone and all that, right?
Yeah.
I take my phone and I just want to see the notification. அப்போ வர பாரு, you'll come, daddy, you'll just sitting there, and I feel so bad, like just looking at the phone for a while. Daddy, look, see, I feel so bad, and I just put my phone away and just try to be involved. It's difficult, especially when trying to get back to like work messages and all that, right? Yes. Because you need to get work done. At the same time, when there's this child who wants your...
Depends on you lah, basically.
Yeah, so you have to find your balance lah. I think you'll find out lah. You'll find out.
I'm what 1 year and 9 months behind you.
1 year behind.
About there. Slowly lah, learning as I go. For now, I'm still like figuring things out.
What I'll say this in this first 6 months, after you get through it, I think when it comes to like your stress on your body, right, it will get easier.
Okay.
What comes next? Other challenge is more of how you behave in front of him, how you set the example.
Yes. I'm conscious about this. Yeah, one point I wanted to get at, and I couldn't find enough information about this when I was seeing. Number one, it didn't appear on my feed, and number two, when I was seeing also, is not in high volume. When you're figuring out your first time, let's say you're experiencing or first time pregnancy with your wife, and then you're figuring out how to take care of your wife. ஏன்னா அந்த ஜேர்னி வந்து அவங்களுக்கு completely வேற level, hormonal changes, energy change, physically change, everything is changing for them. சாப்பாடு நிறைய சாப்பிட முடியாது, all that. And when you're trying to figure out how to help them, right, it was a bit of a, like on the go you need to figure out how to react to certain things. Normally, let's say you're married for like, I was married for like 3 years plus when the pregnancy happened. Right. Certain things I had to unlearn how to communicate. Correct. And then ஒரு புது விதமா communicate on the go. I have to
because they change as a person.
Yeah, because they change as a person. I'm not saying this negatively. I'm just saying this in the மாற்றம் ஏற்படுது, and you need to figure out, ஐயோ நான் இந்த மாதிரி பேசி இவ்வளவு வருஷம் இந்த மாதிரி பேசிக்கிட்டு இப்போ like இப்போ not effective, so I need to figure out how can I take care better. So it was a bit of a challenge to figure that out for me. Proper caregiving. But one thing I would say in the pregnancy journey, you respect your wife a lot.
Yeah.
Especially after giving birth. The full pregnancy term, the respect grows. As the bum gets bigger, respect grows more.
Yeah, correct.
And after they give birth, it's like, until now, I'll tell you that nothing that we experience, I don't think will ever match that. And I'll debunk one thing.
I don't think we can ever understand what
will never be able to understand.
In the future and history.
We will never be able to understand, and we cannot. And whoever came up with the phrase that, or question that, which is worse, getting kicked in the nuts or giving birth? Obviously giving birth lah.
Giving birth. I mean, you want to like, I don't know. Someone measured the pain decibel. They say getting kicked in the nuts is more painful. But அதுக்கே ஒரு rebuttal இருக்கு, which is the pain only lasts few seconds.
Yeah.
while this is prolonged and
And you
traumatic.
have to be kicked in the nuts at a particular way for that decibel to come. Not every kick
Not
in
every
the
kick
nuts
in
is
the
the same.
nuts,
Yeah.
no,
Some
exactly.
little ones are not as painful as the others.
Correct.
But it's not like that your bones break.
Your back contorts into something else. Maybe
Yeah.
the organs and now push out just to accommodate the child.
Let's just start. Okay, even let's say the baby is still in the epidural. எவ்வளவு வலி.
Correct.
ஐயோ.
In the podcast epidural discuss பண்ணும்போது we
yeah.
got into a mini
Yeah.
controversy, which is
But you know when they were doing the epidural from my side, they didn't let me. I wasn't allowed to be in the room.
I don't think they allow you to be in the room. You only had to come back a while later.
After that. But then I was reading up about it, like, yo, they will put this in your spine.
spine.
I like, wow.
I had a lot of anxiety, like second anxiety for my wife because I don't know how she was going to. I mean, she endured. I mean, but before it happens, you'll get the anxiety. What's going to happen? You know, the dilation, is it enough or what?
Yeah,
Why is
yeah.
it not dilating? That really killed me. The time that it took for the cervix to dilate.
Yeah,
really
very
killed me.
long lah.
Very long.
Mine was
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah,
You were
Yours,
very level, bro.
No, but long is long lah.
Long lah, yeah.
Then you don't know what to do. Then you're just like, you're useless, but you're trying to be useful.
You're trying to be useful.
That's the I felt like that's the husband's role. Technically, I'm useless, but let me know exactly what you need. I will happily do it.
Do you think? I don't know. Maybe this segment, this question can be edited out or what. But do you think midwives and maybe women who know the process, being there with, let's say your wife, is better than you being there with her?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I can't answer that question.
I mean, for me, I would say that for two reasons. Okay, let's go to the selfish answer later. I would think that maybe எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு this varies relationship to relationship, but a lot of partners, they rely on each other for support. So I would think that the wife will want the husband to be, even if you're not good as a pillar of support, your wife will want you to be there still because you are the person she chose. And the ஆம்பளையோட, I think maybe most modern ஆம்பளையோட perspectives is that I'm here, I want to be useful. But I'm trying to be as useful as I can be. But a lot of times you're figuring out what that is, you know. And you figure it out on the go.
நீ பண்ற effortsக்கு வந்து maybe they are not understood to be actually be of use or something like that.
Maybe. But I'm like, because அந்த நேரத்துல, right, a lot of things அவங்க இருக்கிற வழியில they cannot verbalize what they need.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So a lot of times I found myself on the labor ward, like I'm trying to figure out what might she need. And I do a lot of stupid things lah. Like I take things that she doesn't.
Oh yeah.
Can you just give me this? They're like, yes, can.
Or like for like, you know, helping her manage her phone because people will call and say how are you feeling?
That one I had to do. Yeah, so those sort of things. So I'm at that time it's like just on the go you have to figure out.
Yeah, correct.
And அவங்க இருக்கிற கஷ்டத்துல பேச கூட முடியாது. You cannot verbalize your thoughts. So it's like just figuring that out on the go was what was like my dilemma was that I want to be useful. But I'm really trying. That was my whole. I'm really trying. And I'm not saying this negatively. Is that I'm really trying. As in, what can I do?
And the ward when you're in like the heat of the moment, one thing that can really let's say maybe annoy you to a certain level is how calm the nurses are.
Oh yeah.
Like, okay, we can start pushing now. You're not pushing properly. You have to use your hands. Like, my wife is suffering. What are you? Why are you so like?
Until now I still recall the pushing. During the labor was so. I cannot imagine the pain lah. Until now I cannot like. நான் சைடுல தான் இருந்தேன். Dude, pushing the baby down lah.
Oh, really?
என்ன வலிலாம் இருக்கும். I really cannot. I don't know.
But that, I mean, the vagina is really strong. Like
I mean, women are strong lah. It's like just you cannot after you see something like that and let's go track back. Ultrasound. And ultrasound பண்ணும்போது வெச்சி அமுக்குவாங்கடா.
No, I mean
Dude, you put certain parts, especially the bum grows bigger, you go underneath and corday run a bit just to get it. You know,
Okay, yeah, it happens.
Yeah, looking at it, what to do.
But I think
More positive note, when your son was born, the moment he came out, how do you feel?
I cried because it was such
I know you
an
mentioned that
emotional release for me because like this.
What were your thoughts?
Finally, like he's,
Okay.
see, I want to look at his face lah. Like you're in ஒரு ஆவல் இருந்துச்சு like to meet him firstly. So when you first see him, you I don't know lah. It's the most. I think it's one of the best feeling of the world. I heard this quote in I don't know secondary school or when I was in JC. There's three things you will never forget the feeling of when you earn your first paycheck, when you first have sex, and when you first look at your child. Okay. That's the three things you'll never forget. And I actually find that quite true lah. So yeah, as a man, that those three things really stick out to me as the pinnacle of like human emotion.
Yes.
Those three really. I mean, the sex part, yeah. I mean, like, wow. I got laid.
all 2 seconds of it. So what was the first time it hit you that you're a father? There will be one thing that will hit you that you're a father.
I think if I can remember correctly, is the journey with him back home from the hospital because he had to stay for I think 1 or 2 nights.
Okay.
At home. I think good lah, cause my wife got to rest.
Okay.
So when he came to bring him back home, right, it was just me and my mom lah. So when I was bringing back home, I was just looking at him and like, oh shit, I'm finally. Right. I also at like most fathers, I was like clueless on what to do, and but slowly the instincts just came, and especially when it comes to like keeping him safe and all that, right?
Yes.
When you spot certain things like this position a bit dangerous for move him here or something like that. Those are fatherly instincts lah, which I believe like it's given to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
For me, it was. I mean, very recent, but always something small. Like, you just look at me and smile one random time. Just one time. Because I'm there thinking like I'm useless. No, I won't say I'm useless, but
No lah. I mean, there is use, but
where I won't give myself a 10 out of 10. Let's just put it. And I expect. So my definition of useless is I expect 10 out of 10 of myself, but I know I'm not. So I count myself as useless. Like, it's a bit binary.
or a feeling of inadequacy.
Inadequacy, yes.
எப்பவுமே மண்டையில ஓடி.
Yeah, but that's what's keeping you
push yourself.
looking for the next, right? Which is good. So நான் சும்மா சொல்றேன் like. So I'm just thinking, I'm trying to figure it out. Apapa you don't know everything. So அந்த விதத்துல you're not like what was it? Nanny McPhee. You're not like some you're not like some God-given talented baby caregiver or something. So you're just learning as you go. And then when you're thinking, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing enough? Especially when you're seeing your wife trying to recover and you're trying to like do your part also and to be responsible then. இந்த மாதிரி டயலாமாஸ் இருக்கும்போது தூக்கம் இல்லாமல் இருக்கும்போது when your baby smiles at you, right, you're like, okay, நான் ஏதோ உருப்படியாக பண்ணியிருக்கேன் பார்த்து சிரிக்கிறான்.
Your baby will recognize your voice.
I guess. Hey, but this was a challenge for me. A particular challenge for my personality. I am not vocal at home.
Okay.
At home, I do not talk.
When my son was in the stomach, I'll be reading books to him lah. Which is why I think he recognizes my voice.
We did do that, and I did talk and all that once in a while. But வந்துட்ட பிறகு I had to be extra vocal when you're taking care of him, because you need to shush them down sometimes, and you need your voice, right? எனக்கு வந்து இன்ஸ்டிங்காக வரலடா. எனக்கு take away. I'm more action.
Action, correct.
I'm so okay, carry, move, அந்த மாதிரி. But then I'm learning from my wife a lot about the although those sort of things.
சுஷர் வாங்கலையா நீ?
இருக்கு ஸ்பாட்டிஃபைலயும் ஒரு பிளேலிஸ்ட் கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டேன். இருக்கு, but And emergency when you're carrying and you don't have your phone. And the thing is not on.
Yeah, it's
And
not
you need
there.
to figure out. Then sometimes they're crying, right? And they want your voice. And I really have to work on projecting and vocalizing. I'm a doer. செஞ்சு பிரச்சனை சால்வ் பண்ணிட்டு போறது. Oh, got shit, clean the pampers. அழுதுட்டு இருப்பான். And I spotted that அழுதுட்டு இருக்கும்போது when my wife talks, he calms down much faster. And
of course lah. I mean, who has him been with the last?
Yeah. So I mean, if it takes my wife maybe I don't know how to quantify this energy. Let's just say calories. It takes 5 calories for her to talk or something. Okay, 1 unit of energy for her to talk and do something. எனக்கு to conjure that the verbal
will take another 5 calories.
Takes me another 5 units of energy.
Yeah.
Because it's something I have to work on and figure out, okay, what do I say? I cannot just bah what. You have to solve what.
Exactly. Yeah.
So to me that's a challenge. I'm trying to this day I'm figuring out. It's not as bad as I was 3 months ago on an upward trajectory, but it's something that I really have to. I'm trying to learn more as I go. So
because நீ learn பண்ற lessons or whatever skills you learn, right, in a way will become redundant as
they mature.
As they mature. Yeah. No, something stay constant or constant இருக்கும் certain aspects.
Okay.
But some things I'll give you a simple example. If Mindy and you use the sticker diaper.
The Velcro one, yeah.
Scotch tape diaper.
Huggies lah.
Now we have fully transitioned to
slip-on.
Slip-on.
Okay.
So the skill of that skill becomes redundant.
Okay.
At least when it comes to
அது ஒரு skill டா லீக் பண்ணாம இருக்குறது.
Correct.
Yeah.
So when you will constantly need to acquire new skills as your kid grows up, and maybe when there's other kids, right, there's maybe new skills you need to acquire. I'll call them micro skills lah. When it comes to communication is itself is a skill, but then you're communicating to child 1 versus child 2, or child 2 at 5 years old versus child 1 at 10 years old. It's different skills. Yeah. So it's a journey lah. I mean, you'll keep learning in a way that it keeps you. I mean, in a way, it I won't say it keeps you alive lah. I mean, it keeps you alive.
Keeps you on your toes.
On your toes.
Keeps you growing.
Keeps you growing.
Yeah. I will say
and
that.
வளர்ச்சி இல்லாம I don't think there's a life worth living lah.
True.
Okay, so from Gen Z fashion அப்படியே Saudi ஒரு mini tourல போய் then we're now talking about that stuff. What are you expecting in 2025 for you?
Wow. For me or for Vada Poche?
Yeah, let's do you and Vada Poche.
I foresee the same challenges in 2024, so I expect to deal with them better.
Okay, good.
So, same things that are on my plate now. My 2024 was a particularly challenging year because I don't know if a lot of people go through this. Now, it's the worst situation, but it is a situation where I'm in baby born and house renovations ongoing at the same time was particularly challenging because either one of those already is enough to zap your balls out.
Yeah. Either one, bro. Yeah.
So I'm concurrently doing both. And there was one or two particular times where I felt very drained. Like when my son was born, he was born at early morning. And we came back to the delivery ward and I had my contractor doesn't know that my son was born, by the way, because it's so sudden the thing happened. Then நான் அவனோட வார்டுக்கு திருப்பி வரேன். Then I got a layout plan at 7 a.m. He actually sent me the night before, but I only checked my phone at 7 a.m. So
I thought you were going to say the doctor was the contractor or something like that day.
No, வார்டுக்கு வந்துட்டு நான் ஃபோனை பார்த்து கான்ட்ராக்ட் பிளான் ஐயோ அதையும் சைன் பண்ணுவோம். ஸோ நான் வந்து ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டாக நாட் லைங் ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டாக ரூமுக்கு வந்து ஃபோனை பார்த்தா ஐயோ தான் லுக்கிங் அட் கார்பென்ட்ரி லேஅவுட் எவ்ரிதிங்.
Oh my god.
Then I was signing. Then after that I knock out already. So that was that one particular time when I saw my phone and the layout plan. I was like, ayyo, shit. I was very tired. So and now so these things are currently ongoing, and then raising the kid, and I would say challenge would be my wife goes back to work.
அது ஒரு it's another challenge, bro.
So challenging for me, challenging for her, because my wife will have a different thing where இவ்வளோ நாளா அவனோட இருந்துக்கிட்டு அவனை விட்டுட்டு எப்படி வேலைக்கு போகிறது. அது ஒரு, I think for her that will be a little bit challenging also. I've heard that moms have this issue.
Oh yeah, this anxiety.
Yeah, this anxiety of leaving the kid and going back to it, because they haven't, நமக்கு வந்து straight away we are thrown into that.
Yeah,
you
we
see?
are thrown into the
No choice.
oven, yeah.
And but நமக்காவது at least we have the feeling, okay, அம்மா இருக்காங்க, என்ன இருந்தாலும் அம்மா இஸ் அம்மா.
Yeah, correct.
நமக்கு வந்து ஐயோ இந்த குப்பை வேலை பண்ணாமா,
we have to go lah.
Will do. So it's like for mom, you know, going back to work, so my wife will have that, and then I will have to like make sure that I'm doing well lah.
Yeah.
So the pressure is on to make sure that we're doing well. So we are trying to figure it out.
This is the case for almost 90% or 95% of middle class fathers like us lah.
Yeah. So you have to do your part, make sure the kid is fine. If you do that, your responsibility also, added bonus is that the mom will be very, very happy also.
Yeah.
So that will be
3 months, 3.5 months, right?
yes. 3.5. But my wife goes back to work, we will be like 4.5 lah.
Okay, just endure the next 1 month.
I heard, I started really.
Okay.
தூங்க மாட்டான். How 20 minutes? Then wake up.
Shit, bro, that was the worst.
Yeah. So we are sleep regression lah. He's going through that already.
Yeah, that's first that. Valara வந்து they will have their own sleep regressions every few months. I think it could happen for you in 2025. You and Aswini, sorry, what could happen for you?
Yeah, very publicly.
You and your wife will be settling into more of a routine lah.
Oh yeah, hopefully.
Which is, I think, what is needed lah.
Yeah. We just want to be done with the reno.
Yeah, man.
At least get that out of our plate lah.
Let me know lah what you want for your house.
I don't know lah. I want sleep.
You want sleep? Okay. I buy the big cot lah.
I have
for this baby.
Murugesh buy for me already. The big totil. Yeah, so that will be for me lah. It's basically same things, but I expect to be more competent.
Vada Poche.
Hopefully larger projects.
I think it can happen. It will happen.
I won't talk about revenue making, etc. I have plans that I have to discuss with you guys. But I want larger projects because it's nice working with so many people.
Yeah.
And it's challenging us creatively also.
Correct.
So I expect more of those more frequently and meeting more people. The most rewarding aspect about working with new people is that through luck I've managed to rekindle friendships from old colleagues.
Nice.
Managed to meet a lot of new people, like
especially from the SK meetup, right?
Yeah. My army friend. Then the review that we met at Zaksala.
Yeah, correct.
Then Woodlaw for the episode pannadu. It's all this through collaboration that we've got all this, and then daily TBs also we met.
Correct.
So it's like so many people that we've met in 2024, and I'm very, very thankful. So hopefully 2025 we can maintain all the relationships with all these people and continue growing.
Hopefully we can maintain the momentum lah.
Yeah. So I'm just looking forward to connecting with new people. Because in the மாதிரி இதை பண்ணும்போது I realize how much like-minded a lot of content creators are also. I loosely use the term for us. I don't know people, but we do try to put out good content.
Correct.
But it's nice to meet people who are actually going through the hustle and trying to do something also. It keeps you, it's very gratifying when you have a meal with these people and talk to them.
Right, correct.
All these off-camera conversations are actually very, very nice.
When they appreciate our work, and then you appreciate their
you
work.
Appreciate their work and the hustle
they put in.
They put in. So that will be for me lah. For you?
Personally, I think I have examination coming up lah. So I plan to take it around late February, March.
It's your work one?
Work one lah.
Okay.
I have done. I need to find. I'm preparing for it lah. So fine. But after that, I think it's just being more involved in other aspects lah. Raising my kid, this podcast and all that. So for this podcast wise, right? I'm looking forward to more projects lah. Like bigger projects, and then all of us like going into our trying new things that we haven't done before.
Yeah.
Like எனக்கு வந்து hosting live hosting பண்றதுக்கு maybe this will be the year. Who knows, man? Yeah.
If you're allowed.
If I'm allowed. If I'm allowed. My goodness. Okay, I think that's pretty much it for this episode.
Okay lah. So guys, 22nd, 29. So this is our last episode of the year lah.
Yeah lah. So அடுத்த வருஷம் பார்ப்போம் with hopefully the other 2 people lah. Okay.
See you. Have a good holiday. No, if you are viewing, this is part 2. So happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Enjoy 2025. Hope 2025 will be good for you. Thank you for your support.
Thank you,
நன்றி.
thank you.
நம்ம இந்த வருஷம் ரொம்ப வளர்ச்சி கண்டிருக்கோம். So we please continue to spread word of mouth. I think 2025 will be the year.